Namaste. Welcome to this program of Plain Explain. 7 June 2021. A massive fire broke out in a small chemical factory at village Uraude near Pirangut in Mulshi Taluk of district Pune. 15 women workers and 2 men workers were charred to death instantly, injuring 4 more. 2 of them are serious even today. Joint Trade Union Action Committee, Kamgar Sangatna Sanyukta Kriti Samiti of Pune district has appointed a fact-finding team to inquire deeper into the circumstances that led to the breakout of the fire. It will go into the exact reasons, the processes which were conducted in the factory and also the reasons why this fire broke out. But it will not restrict its inquiry to just the incident of fire, but make a horizontal exploration also to understand whether the lack of the compliance of the labor laws or the inspecting regulatory machinery has failed or has led to such a fire, and whether such incidents are likely to occur in the industrial areas around Pune. The committee comprises of a senior law college professor from Pune, Dr. Nitish Navsagre, a senior HR professional, Vivek Patwardhan, safety expert, Prahlad Malvatkar, labor advocate from Pune, Advocate Vishal Zadav, and a social researcher, Roma Makati. Actually, industrial accidents and fires are not uncommon in this country. But the facts surrounding this incident, this fire, are so peculiar and eye-opening that it requires a special attention. Well, why am I saying this? You yourself draw the conclusion. Let me put the facts before you. This was a factory producing chlorine-based chemical tablets to purify the water. The factory was in operation since 2012. But the factory was registered in December 2020. Yes, you heard it right. Now one might say, might be it was employing less number of workers than what is required under the Factories Act 1948. But no, the website of the company, which is a partnership firm in fact, the website of the firm discloses in its own words, in its own declaration, that the factory employs 51 to 100 employees. 51 to 100 employees in the establishment at village Uraude in which the accident broke out. The turnover, as claimed and declared by the firm itself on the website, was between 100 to 500 crores, and it is doing business since 2012. It also managed to get ISO 9001 certificate. In the meantime, the factory, that is the establishment, got the PF registration, that is the PF coverage, in May 2021, that is just 1 month before the accident. And surprisingly and even shockingly, the first installment of the contribution under PF was deposited after 7th June, that is after the fire broke out in the factory. The same is a story of coverage under ESI. Now everybody knows that Provident Fund Act requires every establishment to be covered if it has more than 20 employees. And ESI Act requires the coverage of the establishment if it employs more than 10 employees. The fire brigade official was the first government person to visit the factory officially. Then what happened in all these 8 years? Why was this factory not registered? Why no officer from the Industrial Safety and Health Department, from PF organization, from ESI Corporation, from Labor Commissioner Office ever visited the factory? We inquired with the respective officials and note the answers. The reasons are the PF officials, the ESI officials, the Labor Commissioner Office tells, and even the factory office tells us that the government After 2014, Maharashtra government as well as the central government has given clear instructions to the officers of these organizations that they are not authorized to visit any such establishment even in which they have a suspicion of undercoverage or non-coverage or non-registration or not obtaining the appropriate license. Even in such establishments, they are not authorized, they are not permitted to conduct any visit or inspection on their own. They have to obtain permission. The regional offices at Pune, at Mumbai, at Nasik, at Aurangabad, at every industrial center in Maharashtra, any industrial center in Maharashtra has to obtain a prior permission, a prior directive from their central office, in case of PF and ESI, from Delhi office, that is the Delhi central office, and in case of factory and the labor commissioner system, they have to obtain the directive from their Mumbai headquarters, that is the chief inspector of the factories and the chief labor commissioner. No authority below the level of labor commissioner and below the level of chief inspector of factories and below the level of Provident Fund Commissioner, All India Provident Fund Commissioner and ESI, whatever the authority is, can visit or can order to visit a factory, to visit an establishment, even when there is a suspicion of undercoverage or not obtaining the appropriate license or even violating the necessary conditions of the respective laws. Consequently, the labor laws are entirely left to the discretion, to the mercy of the employers. If employers are kind enough, yes, well, they may observe and comply with the labor laws. If they are not kind, if they are not merciful to the workers, if they are not willing to comply with the labor laws, let them not. This is the situation that has emerged after 2014 with the clear government decisions and directives. No wonder that this factory was unregistered for 8 years, even employing more than 51 workers. Primary inquiries reveal that on the day of the accident, on the day of this incident of fire, more than 33 workers, about maybe some say 33, some say 37, some say 43. Between 33 to 43 workers or employees were on the establishment. But no authority has a clear, authentic record for the same because it is not inspected any time before. Number one. Number two, of the 17 workers who were charged to death, only 12 were covered under the ESIC scheme, and that too covered in last month, May 2021. So 5 workers who died in the accident are uncovered even under the ESIC. So why is this happening? If we visit any industrial estate, any industrial zone in Pune district, in Maharashtra, and maybe outside Maharashtra as well, we find that hundreds and thousands of establishments are simply unregistered under the respective labor laws. Respective labor authorities or labor law authorities have no access to their records, have no access to the establishment. The only thing that they can do, the only way open to them is to complain to their higher officers, take their permission, and if they allow to visit, then they might visit the respective establishment. There are no surprise visits. Surprise visits are absolutely stopped. They have to inform, rather they are informed by their central office itself that the visit is going to be conducted on a particular date at a particular time and to be visited by a specific officer. With this intimation, the establishment prepares itself for the visit. The entire scene, like a performance of a drama or a play, stage play. A stage play is performed. The required number of employees are allowed to be present at the scene at the required time. The others are simply asked to remain home on that day. Maybe the non-cooperating workers, the workers who might complain, are not allowed to be present, are asked to be absent on that day. Every worker is given safety equipments. They are required to wear this, and the whole drama is conducted and carried out very smoothly with no hassles at all. The visit is complete, compliance is made, the certificate is given, and everything is clear and perfect. This is how the labor laws are being complied with in this country today, may it be Maharashtra and may it be all India. But who did it? It was Narendra Modi and it was Devendra Fadnavis governments which took these decisions after 2014 at the all India level and at the Maharashtra level, which has practically blocked the access of the labor law officials to the erring or the violating establishments or the suspected establishments even. Who will correct this? Had this not happened, had the inspecting authorities been allowed to visit or conduct surprise visits, or maybe allowed to force such establishments to cover themselves, to comply with the respective labor laws, probably the lives of these 17 unfortunate hapless workers would have been saved. Not only that, the violations which are affecting lakhs of workers in Maharashtra, in India, the facilities or whatever compensation, maybe the social security benefits under ESIC, under PF Act would have been rendered to them today, or they might be getting the advantage of it. But they are completely deprived of these social security acts and the protective acts just because of the policies, the pro-employer policies, employer-plied policies of Narendra Modi government and Devendra Fadnavis government. I think this is an eye-opener accident, taking lives of 17 workers. Let us think and explore deeply. Let us question the government. Let us awaken the system. Let us make them work, and let us make both the governments at the center as well as in the states to rise to the occasion and enforce the labor law. Thank you very much.